Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Yes, yes. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays are terrific. What's the mother? Hey, welcome to Sauce Sport Jack. How y'all doing this evening? I hope everybody is good in your neighborhood. You know, we do a little thing around here called the Sauce Sports Roll Call. So wherever you may be, Sauce Nation Roll Call, I'm sorry. Wherever you may be, shout out to Cyber Pride, whatever your hood is, whether you on the north side, south side, you're in the greater Houston area, you're somewhere watching from long distance, wherever you are, shout out your set, what you claim, how you identify, your street, avenue, block, cul-de-sac. Put that in the chat. But we got a few gentlemen joining us this evening. We got plenty of conversation to have, man. We ain't got all the time in the world to do. We got plenty to talk about, man. So, who do we have joining us this evening in the roundtable?
What's good, Sauce Nation? You already know what it is. It's your boy Spitz, man. You know it's the original Houston's original roundtable, often imitated, never duplicated. Because a lot of sons out here, a lot of make believe roundtables. Remember, you heard it here first. We the original roundtable in Houston. You already know what it is. Shout out Fox 26. Let's get it.
Already. Who else we got joining us this evening, man?
You know who it is already. It don't matter. If you want to know who I am, go look me up. You can go find me. It's your boy Wise. But it really don't matter. And what we're going to talk about today, it matters. But does it really matter? Stay tuned.
Does it matter? So shout out to everybody watching wherever you may be, whether you watching on the Tube, whether you watching on the Fox 26 app. And like Spitz said, shout out to Fox 26. We appreciate the partnership, being able to get together every Tuesday and, like I say, just make some great content and definitely love chopping up with the people. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. If you're on wherever you are, I don't know if there's an appreciation button, but hit it. If you're new to this, well, I don't know what to tell you. If you're new to this, stick around. Hold on one second. I think getting a little blurry with Wise. I'll fix it real quick. But so a lot of stuff, a lot of movement been happening in the league today, right? A lot of unexpected action, if you will. Okay. And some of this action actually impacts the situation we got going down here in H-Town. I see Trinity Gardens in the building. I see SWAT in the building. I see y'all. So first off, I think first to start off was Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers got paid a little bit of change. He got broke off got broke off proper like. Got a little bit of change, man. And so he says, I'm going to stay in Green Bay. Because a lot of rumors, allegations were, Aaron Rodgers leaving. Where's he going to end up? Who he going to play for? And Green Bay. Yeah, basically, they paid the Green Bay. They said, nah. We're gonna bust the bag open, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna pull the Brinks truck up to your house. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta get off the couch, just watch us from the security camera on your phone. We good. We just tell us where you want us to drop it. In the garage, we got you. And so he's saying, okay, I'm staying in Green Bay. I think for 4 years, I think it's like 150 guaranteed. I forgot what the total amount is, something excessive and ridiculous.
200 mil.
It was 200 mil?
200 mil.
200 total, 150 guaranteed. That's a lot of money for an NFL player. 4 years. You gotta think about that. So
the AARP.
Aaron, the Aaron Awesome Rodgers package. That's what they call that, AARP. But nah, like then, you know, that's in Green Bay. That's in Wisconsin. Then you go a little what is that? I don't know. My geography's terrible. I guess you go a little bit west, maybe a little northern west. You got Seattle, Washington. It's an interesting place, you know. Grunge music, all that stuff is cool if you're into that. Russell Wilson. We all know Russell Wilson. made a move that I think was unexpected to everybody, except everybody who's probably behind the scenes making a move. Denver, I mean, they lay out all the assets. They go and get Russell Wilson, right? 2 firsts, I think, 2 seconds. Noah Font, I forgot who else. A couple of great players. So they got a real solid deal, right? And the other two gonna come to me in a second. We'll get to my point here. You're like, Honcho, just get to it. But we got a guy here in Houston, right? A lot of people are saying it's going to command a big deal. He's going to command a lot of assets, just like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's old. He's 33. Deshaun's going to get more than he is. Maybe so, maybe not. I'd like to know you, gentlemen. I'd like to know your thoughts. Does what happened today, either with Watson already got his contract, so I don't expect the Aaron Rodgers thing as much. But with what happened with Russell Wilson, ultimately, do you think that's going to have an impact on what ultimately the outcome is with Deshaun Watson? Whenever it is all said and done, it might be soon, might be late, who knows? What do you think? Do you think that's going to have an impact? We'll start with the wise man on that one. Give me a second. I don't know why this one keeps burning out. My bad. Let's start with Spitz on that one while I fix this little camera issue right here.
Okay, man. Listen here, because actually I think it does. It's either way it goes, it's going to have an impact on the Watson situation. Is it going to be the impact that
Was it an echo on mine? That's why. Okay.
Hopefully we are back. Let me see. Let me make sure I pull up the thing. I apologize. I don't know what happened. I honestly, to be honest, I just clicked a bunch of empty space to make it look like I was doing something. I didn't do anything. So it must have just came back on by itself. I don't know what the issue was. But, all right. You were saying about Aaron Rodgers having a legitimate gripe. Spitz, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, he had a legitimate gripe. As far as like they never did anything offensively to help him via free agency or via the draft, and then when they did draft somebody on offense, it was his replacement. So he had a legitimate gripe, but yeah, like we say, money talking, bull walk. You offer him $200 million, you're gonna reconsider some things. So I know people like, well, Deshaun already signed the contract. Again, you break off their bread a different type of way. Hey, who knows? Who cares if he has beef with the McNairs and Jack Easterby? That money talking. Now we talk about what Denver gave up to bring in a 33-year-old quarterback in Russell Wilson. Now, yes, Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl champion, but I mean, he's 33, and I mean that the driving force of that team was the defense and beast mode. I mean, I have nothing against Russell Wilson, but I think Deshaun's a better talent than Russell Wilson. So, and he's younger. Now, I know that he has the legal issues, and that's probably going to be the thing that people use to negotiate the negotiate down instead of negotiating up. But if you see what they gave up for Russell Wilson, you would think that you should be getting that should be like the starting point when it comes to Deshaun. At least when it comes to the draft capital, forget the Noah Fant and other players. At least when it comes to the draft capital, you're talking about 2 firsts and 2 seconds. That should be the starting point when it comes to the trade with Deshaun Watson, in my personal opinion.
First of all, stop disrespecting this man, Deshaun Watson. It's allegations. It's allegations. Come on, people. When did America become where people start throwing charges and making people guilty before they even go to trial? So stop the disrespect. I ain't trying to hear that. Stop.
That's all about America.
Like, we gotta wait until the come out and this and that. Like, we seen people lie plenty of times. Look at my boy Humphreys that used to play for the Texans that went to Michigan State. He had the allegation, and then guess what? He lost his
True.
whole NFL career behind the lie. So y'all need to stop. Second of all, it's a lot of implications. It's a very lot of implications with this whole situation. Now, Seattle needs a quarterback. Now Green Bay has a quarterback. Now Denver has a quarterback. And what's going to happen, or what the hell is going to happen with Jordan Love? Is he going to be willing to back up Aaron Rodgers for another 4 seasons? No. He's not going to do that. If he had a good agent, his agent is going to try to get him out of Green Bay so he can go get an opportunity to start for somebody like the Commanders, for somebody like the Steelers, for that got multiple first-round picks, like 3 first-round picks this year. Or if you want to come play for like a Lexon. And then you also got to think about it with Denver. When you talk about Denver, this Denver situation, like Spitz was saying, they in a win now mode. They have to win now. You got a 33-year-old quarterback in Russell Wilson. Yeah, this is going to be the most talent he had around him since he was a rookie in a 1-year or 2-year pro when they had the Legion of Boom up in Seattle, when he had Beast Mode and Skittles, Mr. Skittles, Marshawn Lynch, when he had guys like that. But now he's going to have a guy like Jerry Jeudy. He's going to have a guy like Cortland Sutton. He's going to have an okay offensive line. He's going to have Melvin Gordon. I don't know if they re-signed Melvin Gordon. And then they got a good defense. They got a real good defense. And I don't know if they might try to – if they're in win now mode or what's going on. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if they're in win now mode or whatever. But if I was the Denver Broncos, I would be looking at bringing in some veterans like Von Miller. I know Von Miller; they just let him walk or traded him this past season. He's a free agent. Why not bring him back? Let him retire. Now he has an opportunity to win. Things has changed. All the Denver needed was a quarterback. So, and let's not forget, Russell Wilson has did some spectacular things. Some spectacular things in Seattle. And let's think about it. He gets guys that's like Seattle has some of the worst drafts. They've reached an age right now. Maybe Seattle might want to make an offer for Deshaun. We never know. But like I said, with the Jordan Love situation, that's really interesting because how does it feel to be drafted in the first round of Green Bay Packers, and then they just gonna keep re-signing the old man Rodgers? And Rodgers is one of my favorite quarterbacks. Been one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. The man is gifted talentfully. The man is fire. The man can do this. The man can do that. He can bring it back. He can throw Hail Marys and all type of stuff. But he don't win Super Bowls. He like Peyton Manning. They get all these stats. They make it look all nice in the regular season. But when the game is on the line, they're not performing. So to sit up here and pay this man $50 million for the Green Bay Packers, good luck. They got a good defense. They had one of the when you look at their defense talent-wise, they got so much talent. It's a shame that they didn't go to the Super Bowl this last season or the NFC Championship at least. And then when you look at When you look at I forgot my whole point about the last thing. It's okay. What you was gonna say, Spitz? I know you had something to say.
I just thought about something when you was just naming trade options.
Yeah.
You and also free agents. You also know Dwayne Brown's a free agent as well. You could trade both Deshaun and Larry Tunsil to Seattle and get all those first round picks, theirs and the ones they just got from Denver.
Yeah, you could. But
Oh man.
Deshaun Watson don't got no option. Deshaun Watson, you staying in Houston, brother. You need to just go ahead and go ahead and keep your bags. Go ahead and buy your house. You're gonna be here for another 4 years, brother. Don't worry about it. You just got to fight your way out of the system. You see Honcho's as a haters, all the haters in the chat.
According to Mercedes Wiley, he say it's Houston the bus.
Yeah.
He says it's Houston the bus.
He ain't gonna have no opportunities. Teams not trying to trade for him and this and that. It's been over a year that we've been talking about this whole Deshaun Watson situation. And Deshaun Watson, he a young guy. He a couple of years younger than me. He make a lot of money, but I mean, he just gotta suck up his pride for for a couple of years and figure out, hey, this is an opportunity for me to go out there, prove myself, rectify the situation, build my name back up. And if things don't work out, then hey, then I can move on from the situation. But at least if you come back, put the effort, put your nose down, regain the locker room, and be a leader in the locker room, be a leader in the community in Houston, Houston will forgive you as long as you bring us a champion. As long as you bring us a champion, that's all we're asking, Deshaun. And people around the city, they want to act like, oh, Davis Mims can bring us a Super Bowl. Davis Mims cannot bring us a Super Bowl. Davis Mims can bring a backup quarterback. That's what Davis Mims can be, is a backup quarterback. Like, let's be honest here. The only opportunity for us to win a Super Bowl is to have a top 5 quarterback in this league and have a good defense. So the fact that we've been sorry this past year, and if we was to keep a Deshaun Watson and he was suspended for a couple of games next season, and let's say we have a top 15 pick next year or top 16 pick next year, then that benefits the team. That helps us build up the roster with young talent, and that opens up cap space because you start letting some of those bigger contracts like Eric Murray go. Davey Johnson's going to be gone. What's that guy? That's sorry, Bastards.
David Johnson?
Oh no, then Brandon Cook's going to be gone. So yeah. Brandon Cooks is not sorry, but I was just saying, I'll call everybody sorry bastards. Brandon Cooks is a phenomenal receiver. He gets 1,000 yards a year, so no disrespect to Brandon Cooks.
A lot of interesting things have been said, about Deshaun Watson and trades and assets. And I apologize if y'all are catching some error. Again, like I said, I have no idea what it is. It's just sometimes I get a very questionable signal. Sometimes it's fine for a while, but they've been in the neighborhood. I've seen a lot working these last couple of weeks. So I don't know what's going on. So if it is coming out scratchy, janky, again, like I say, my apologies. If I had another option, I definitely would take it. But
it's Bugs being Rusty Hard and they're teaming up on us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
if anything, I'm on the Deshaun side. I don't care.
This Deshaun guy.
Put that out there.
This Deshaun guy, man. Here's my deal, right? And I agree with some of the things you said, even though I disagree with wanting to keep Watson. I do believe that he's played himself. And so you almost into a situation like, what do you have? I was discussing something with someone on the Twitter sphere earlier. And basically that's what I'm saying. Like, they're talking, it only takes one. It's true. It only takes one. But when all the ones who were interested have basically vocally said, I'm no longer in the game, I'm no longer interested. Then this individual proceeds to say, well, teams say that they're not going to trade a person. They trade them all the time. It's a very big difference when you already have the asset versus when you want the asset. Okay. And so when's the last time you seen a team say, we're out on this guy, we have absolutely no interest in him, then turn around and give a draft away or sell your whole farm? It's not going to happen. So a lot of these teams that have already said they out on Watson are out. Okay. Seattle to me might be the only viable option. I know people were talking about the Commanders, right? But the Commanders wanted apparently Russell Wilson first, because everybody's saying that the Commanders offered a better deal than what Denver did, which I would like to know the details of that. I hadn't came across that yet. But they're saying the Commanders offered a better deal to Seattle for Wilson. Now you got a lot of people back and say, okay, what are Commanders for the Do you really think they feel that way? I mean, everything that you said, Watson being more talented, younger, all the other factors aside from the possible criminal aspect or the allegations or whatever happens, grand jury this Friday. Like I said, I'm not going to be the person to point the finger, but there are a lot of outcomes that could happen. Slim chance, but I think this worries some teams. They said Philadelphia sent a private investigator or something like that down to try to get the scoop on Watson. So But that's what. But that's my thing, though. Obviously, it's a concern. I think that teams that might have been in the mix or might have been it's a gamble. We gonna sell the house for a guy who has some questionable issues, or do we go younger and not take as much risk?
See, and you know what? And it's kind of piggyback on what Marcellus Wiley said. Why he said to him he feel like it's either the Texans or never play football again. He said it could be the latter more than the former because he said teams don't want to deal with that. Like even though we sit up here and be like, oh, team, it's a quarterback, it's a franchise quarterback. Yeah, we might believe that as fans, but when you're talking about somebody getting investigated. Because like Marcellus Wallace, he of course he ain't drop snitch, he ain't drop nobody's name, but he said he's been on a team where a player on his team was investigated by the FBI, and him himself got caught on a wiretap. Like his voice was recorded on a wiretap because they were investigating another player, and people in the locker room. He got caught on the wiretap, or whatever, or doing team functions got caught on the wiretap. People don't want to invite that type of, don't want to invite that into their locker room if they don't have to. The Texans kind of already stuck because he's already on your team. You already paying him, so he's going to be in your locker room unless you tell him go home. But are you really going to give up assets to bring that forward? His talent warrants that, yes, but are you going to do you want that type of headache? And I've been saying this from the jump, even though I did make a video talking about Chase Young for Deshaun Watson. I think Washington is probably the least likely team to get it because their owner and front office has sexual allegations themselves. Do you really think they will want to bring in a quarterback with the same type of allegations? That makes no sense.
They got a FBI investigation going on in Washington.
Exactly, and there's a little bit more serious. But do they want to bring that Do they want to bring that in with their quarterback, and then vice versa? Does Deshaun want to go into that situation, dealing with what he's dealing with? So it's kind of like, does that really make sense for the two? It really doesn't.
And I agree, and that's why I feel like Washington's out the mix because that's a no-no. That's two red flags. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's Seattle now. What y'all said and what people have been alluding to, that does bring up a great possibility. Seattle's getting rid of all this or acquiring these assets to try to make a move and then maybe to put in enough to go and get a Watson. I still don't see it. I don't think so. I've been wrong plenty of times before, and I'll eat the crow if that does happen. But I just don't see it. You know what I mean? And I ultimately kind of am on the page where I think we're going to be looking at a situation where it's, all right, Watson, what you going to do? Because this $40 million, this something serious. Like, how are you going to handle it? Like, you gonna let the man sit for $40 million for next year? What do you do?
That goes back to where I've been. Like me and Ray go back and forth with this all the time, and Ray knows this. If he watching it, he know me and him go back and forth with this all the time, and we completely on two opposite sides. I feel like the reason why Deshaun's not playing is more so that the Texans don't want him to play more than that Deshaun doesn't want to play for the Texans because they just let him go home. They just let him go home. Like, he showed up to camp. The moment he showed up to camp, all right, get out there and play. Do you really think Deshaun was at training camp playing scout team safety? Do you really think he wanted to play scout team safety? Exactly. No, but they told him to go out there and play scout team safety. And he had no choice. He's at camp. He can't go home now unless he fakes an injury. Now, if he fakes an injury, then they can put him on injury reserve. That way they still have to pay him, but you don't have to answer no questions about him. None of the outside noise because he's on injury reserve. All they did was deactivate him every day. That's all they did is deactivate him. Pay them, deactivate them, let him go on the trips with Jilly, let him go everywhere else, do all he wanted to do, throw slime birthday parties, all the stuff he was doing all season long. They allowed him to do that because they didn't want to deal with him himself. Because the moment he stepped in, if they want him to play, Deshaun, get your ass out there and play. And if Deshaun says, no, I don't want to play, contract detrimental. Boom, your contract is now null and void. Or fines or whatever it is. It's stuff that they can do. Outside of him faking the injury, which people want to throw up, but force him to make that choice. Like you say, what you gonna do, Watson? Hey, draw that line in the sand. Either you gonna play or you gonna force an injury, fake an injury. Pick one. Let him pick one. Either he gonna go out there and play or he gonna fake an injury. Then when he fakes the injury, we'll do what we gotta do then. But to that point, make him make that choice. And I think the reason why the Texans have not made him make that choice is because they don't want to deal with him. I put it like this: Cal and Jack doesn't want to deal with him. I think Nick and Lovey might have different opinions, and I do think that maybe if there's anything to change, it's going to be those two to change the latter instead of the former.
No, that's a good point, man. I would definitely agree with you. I think Nick will try to make some shake. I see Lovey trying to make some shake. I think they're cut from a different cloth than Kyle and Jack in that situation. But here's something I want to say. As I was observing this whole scenario, going back and forth, and if I'm a team and I'm looking at Russell, less, baggage overall, and good Christian guy. He's never had an issue, except I don't know what the situation was with his wife and he got with Sierra. That's a different conversation for a different stream. Anyway, good dude, no issues, no problem, stand-up guy. Teammates might not like him the most. It is what it is, though, right? But you're not going to have any off-the-field issues. But then you got
that's why.
Watson, right? And you got Watson is. I feel like Russell Wilson is what Watson wanted to be, minus the style. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we've talked about this before, and I'm going to say something. A lot of people are not going to like what I'm going to say. Don't care. I think Deshaun Watson is a bigger simp than Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I believe, and I have more faith in Russell, because Russell is who he is. And it's whack to a lot of people, right? But he knows who he is. And he accepts who he is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like Deshaun Watson is a Russell Wilson type, trying to be, whoever the cool kids, emulating the cool kids, right? And then, you got to a situation where you have the opportunity.
Are you comparing Russell? I mean, you comparing Deshaun Watson to 6'9"?
I think 6'9" might have more heart than Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
I might ride with, if we're talking character.
Stop it.
Aside from the legal matters, right?
No, because he got legal matters too.
Yeah, he got legal matters too. But I'm just saying.
No.
I don't know about no one beat it. No, just sign him up on the Texans, might win some. But my thing is, as corny as 6'9" was, he went to them neighborhoods and he played his little pocket. He was a troll. Everybody knows that, but that's who he was. You know what I'm saying? And he Trill in the chat, mad. I don't care. I hope one of your wheels get a nail in it. And your trip is delayed. But anyway, get back on track though. But I've come to this thought, like, and the more I think about it, the less. And this is why I say I'm ready to push Watson out the door. Let's move on. Like, and if it's a situation where this is his only option, then I don't know. I don't know what the leverage the Texans really have. But
move on to what? Move on to what?
We're gonna move on to.
I'm also ready to move on. Please let me know when the Texans been hitting this and hitting that on.
I mean, we already got Midas Mills in the house.
Get draft picks saying guaranteed. That dude, quarterbacks, the most important year is the second year of their career. It's gonna be a bust. He either gonna be a superstar, he gonna be a bust. We're gonna find out real fast.
This is what's wrong with society. We talk about draft picks and I agree with Wise. We talk about draft picks like they're absolutes. But we trade them, we get this plethora of draft picks. What do you do with these draft picks? You draft players that you hope turn to superstars. So why would you trade away your Hopkins and your Deshaun's and your Clowneys and your JJ superstar players for non-absolutes? That makes no sense. Can someone make that make sense for me, please? I would like for someone to make that make sense. Like, you have superstar players and you trade them away to try to get superstar players when you already had superstar players to begin with. That makes no sense. Can someone explain that to me? If someone can explain that to me correctly, I will listen. But you can't explain it to me.
Yeah, all these assets y'all gonna leave again.
No,
like,
I mean,
it's just we the G League of the NFL.
Oh yeah, we the farm system,
and we let them go.
And that's all good. We're gonna get them a book, General Management for Dummies. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna have it Amazoned up to Kirby, man. But here's my deal, man. And ultimately, I'm agreeing with what some Wise said earlier, that if Deshaun does stay here, I'm not finna be that guy. Y'all know me. I'm gonna stick to my guns until proven otherwise. He would have to win a championship for me to feel. take us to a place we've never been. That's what I said last time. I'll stick to that. I won't change it. Take us to where we've never. You have to get us to the AFC Championship for me to lighten up. You got to get us to the Super Bowl for me to be like, all right, let's just forget all that stuff that happened. This is the whole ultimate goal anyway. We here, we But
I got a question. What stuff happened? Please let me know. Tell me what stuff happened. When did Deshaun Watson ever come out and say that he wanted a trade? He didn't do what Rodgers did. He didn't do what Russell Wilson did. They came out and said they wanted trades. Deshaun Watson, we ain't heard anything out of Deshaun Watson since the allegations. We haven't heard anything out of his mouth. So how are we making decisions off of assumptions?
But my thing is this.
Media, we hearing that from the media, and this is the same media that be lying and it has had wrong facts every single time talking about, Deshaun Watson was guaranteed going to be traded by Tuesday. Deshaun Watson was guaranteed going to be traded next week. And look, it's all been a lie. Why is this a better media?
Hey, Wise, I got you one better. Oh, he's going to get traded by March 16th. We're talking about 2021. Oh, he's gonna get traded by March 16th. The league year starts. Oh, he's gonna get traded by April 1st. Oh, he's gonna get traded on draft night. June 1st. The June 1st. That was the big one. June 1st. The June 1st cuts. Training camp. Cut day. Start of the season. The trade deadline. We damn near a year and a half later, and Deshaun's still in Houston, Texas. Nobody knows anything.
Last time I thought is I seen Deshaun Watson sticking it through thick and thin doing this for this organization when they was failing him. Let's not forget he was getting sacked 56 times, 58 times. Let's not forget they wasn't bringing the pieces around him. All the man wanted to do was have a say in the coaching and the general manager's decision. That's all. And you fans have the audacity to hate this man. And like I said, please show me one time where this man specifically came out himself and said that he wanted a trade, or his agent.
Okay.
Show me that.
What day was the?
They didn't want to work with the Texans to get to a situation to bring us a championship because Deshaun Watson was trying to do that.
But what day was the Pro Bowl Madden highlight shit last year? Hadn't stuff. Pardon me. Last year, there was a Madden highlight comparison. Watson Vic. A question was asked. If Watson was about what he was about, and if he was standing on his 10 toes, he would have answered it like a man. And instead, he did that passive aggressive LeBron James shoo. Hit me after the stream. I'm gonna tell you that's all you have to say right there. If he don't say H-Town is my home, he don't throw the H up, then he ain't saying this me. Then he's telling you he want out. That's all you got to say. If you don't defend, if somebody talk about your partner, you don't defend them. Is that your partner?
Is it really your partner?
Yeah,
I agree. Okay, but how about this? It was reports coming out that Deshaun was eyeing and going towards Minnesota and Tampa Bay. Those were his two prime destinations. And the same day, David Mulligata came out and said, "That's a lie. We've only been talking about his legal situations. We have not discussed any team options." So it's.
And we can.
I believe that too. I believe that too, but like this is the thing. Like it's nobody knows anything. Right. That's my whole thing. Nobody knows anything, and until either he is traded, until we have a press conference talking about a trade is official. Because even though today technically Russell Wilson was traded, he's still a Seahawk because at any given time Denver could back out this trade if they want to because it's not official to March 16th.
This week, so yeah,
the 16th, to the 16th. Yeah. So. Again, so until he's officially traded, they had the press conference. He whether he holding up a New Jersey in the hat, it's official, or he walking out NRG with number 4. He walking out doing his little H, doing the slime and the towel wrapped around his head, however he do. Until one of those things happen, we don't know anything.
And I agree.
We just don't.
I 100% agree, and I've said it before. Like my biggest thing usually is on the fans. Especially because we take a lot of this stuff and we've seen these stories over and over again, especially being a Texans fan. But I agree with you. Every day has been, Watson getting traded tomorrow. It's a guarantee. Or this happening tomorrow. And it's just like, that's why I've been out on it. Like, holler at me when it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, holler at me. We can talk value and all that stuff. But as far as, he's going, you're not going to see me, I believe he's going here or this is going to, because it's nothing but speculation. And like you said, it's been 30 different, he's been named to go into half the league already. You know what I mean? And he's still.
Right.
kept saying Miami. They kept
Yeah.
saying Miami. Why said no, Miami, it ain't happening. Why
Right.
it ain't happening? It's not happening.
Mhm.
Oh no,
And-
this and that. Like what?
Mhm.
And this is the reason why I think that the ball is still in the Texans' court. If the Texans really want him to play, if they could force him to play, he would play. Because this is the same dude who wasn't medically cleared to fly a plane and had to ride a 12-hour bus trip with a collapsed lung and a broken rib to go play football. Dude want to play football. If he has the opportunity to play, he will play. So I think it is more so him not playing this past year is more so the Texans themselves not wanting him to play more so than he didn't want to play for the Texans.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. I'm not saying that he doesn't want to play for the Texans anymore. It's a little bit of both, but I think it's more so the Texans than him.
And, you know, I hear all the whispered murmurs of the reason why he would want to leave. Again, speculation. And it's hard for that to even be just cause to me. My deal is just ultimately
Another.
what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I say ultimately, like I say, it's to me the whole little saga, the whole everything behind it. Now, if he comes out and it's free and clean and he ends up back there again, like I said, he does all this. Like I said, I'll serve up a plate of the crow.
This is another situation, though. We got to think about it.
Mhm.
Andre Johnson
Yeah.
was developing a close relationship with Deshaun Watson.
Mhm.
And then when things wasn't going the right way, he came out and said, I told Deshaun Watson if things ain't going, he can leave, this and that. I don't want to see him waste his career. And then he called Jackie's to be a snake or whatever, right? That same Andre Johnson has been back in the organization the last couple of months and been back involved with the Houston Texans. Am I correct?
Yes.
Something behind the scenes is going on. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, look, if it is, we'll see what happens. And I would agree with Spitz that I believe that this guy was that kind of competitor. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things he did, the foot to the eye, and just the plays he made. Like that takes a level of heart, and that's why it's even still now, knowing the situation, that it's hard to believe that the situation played out this way. But as far as not addressing or not saying something specifically himself, you know, what you don't say is just as powerful as what you do say. And that's just kind of my thing right there. Like, you are, you know, the ebbs and flows, but at certain points, you're the hottest name in the sports conversation every couple of weeks because of some speculation allegation. And all these rumors float around, and you just, you don't say nothing. You don't address nothing. You don't associate with your dogs.
Is he? And like I said, I think from the beginning he's been getting poor advice. He's been getting horrible advice, and I think no matter what happens, to me personally, I think he needs to fire everybody on this team. Every single person on his team, David Muga, everybody that's on his team that's associated with his team, maybe outside of his lawyer, because of that's a whole nother situation. But everything other than that, he needs to fire everybody on the team because he's been getting poor information and getting poor advice from the get-go. Prime example. It's exactly what you said. Okay, Deshaun needs to come out there. And Deshaun does need to address something. Now, I know he has a whole legal situation. He should come out there. Him and Bugsby should come out there. Him. I mean, not Bugsby. What's his name? Rusty Hart. Rusty Hart. Him and Rusty should come out there, do a press conference. I'm only talking about football. Anything from a legal standpoint, address to my lawyer, and he's gonna do whatever the talk the lawyers talk, and Deshaun answers actual questions or has a statement or something dealing when it comes to football, because we have yet to see this man talk in over a year. We have yet to see him play in over a year. We have yet to see him talking over a year outside of why y'all follow me every day. It's the same ish. That's the last time we've heard him talk. So this is what he needs to do. And again, because he's not being advised, that he's getting poor advice. A lot of things he's been doing, handling things via social media, tweets, this, he's been getting poor advice throughout the whole thing. Poor advice. You up here funding your girl. I know that's your girl. Whatever. Hey, that dude, you up here funding your girl for her rap career when you got this legal situation and this football situation hanging over your head, getting poor advice. You out there throwing big, lavish birthday parties, putting it all on Instagram, getting poor advice. A lot of poor advice.
She
Just a lot of poor
said,
advice.
"Honey, when I'm in need." Yeah.
Hey, does it make it worse because she's from the city?
Oh, she a gold digger.
Oh man, no
Hey,
comment.
but
I plead the
Honcho and
fifth.
Wise,
I plead the fifth.
does it make it worse that she's from the city though?
I plead the
No,
fifth.
she's from Pearland. She ain't from the city. She's from Pearland.
You mean Pearland is the new land of the trail? What are you talking about?
No, Pearland
Yes.
is Pearland. It is not Houston.
Pearland is the new land of the trail.
See now, you told me the Pearland was a suburb of Houston. That's what you told me when I said that we were talking about moving out there. Me and my girl talking about moving out there. You said, "Oh, it's the suburbs, man. It's nice out there." That's what you told me. You told me it was nice out there. Now you talking about it's not Houston. No, you lying to me, Wise. Why are you lying to me, man? You lying to me, man.
It ain't Houston. It ain't Houston. We don't find it. Pearland. Like
The land of the trail.
Exactly.
Man.
No trail. Stop.
That's the new land of the trail, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. All the trillist folks.
Man, y'all about to get all the Pearland folks in the uproar. They all going to Wise House tonight. Tonight.
Why you saying we're not from Houston?
Pearland is, like I said, Sugarland. Sugarland ain't even Houston. Like Sugarland, not Houston.
Wise.
Is anybody in the chat from Pearland or Sugarland? These are Wise's thoughts. Don't hit me up when you see me on the freeway.
I'm from Brenham. I don't know. I'm from Brenham. I don't know.
Oh man. Oh man. All right, real quick. Let's touch on a couple other things. Man, so I mean personally, I don't get too much hype into the college combine situation. I know y'all were a little bit more attentive to it than I. From what you guys saw, were there any players to you that either you already had your eye on that may have risen their stock or kind of performed as expected, or was there some unknown that jumped on the scene to you? We'll start with Spitz. He looking real excited over there.
Yes. And I know Wise is gonna hate me for this, but I don't care. I don't care because I've been watching a lot of tape over the past week, and then the combine just cemented it for me. It just validated everything I thought. Sauce Gardner is the best corner in this draft. Yes. He's the absolute best corner in this draft. Kyle Hamilton's the best player overall, and I don't care what nobody say. I'm never removing that stance. Kyle Hamilton is the best player in the draft overall. But we're talking about corners, it's Sauce Gardner. Gardner, he's going to be a top 10 pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he's top 5. He's definitely going to be a top 10 pick.
So I'm going to go out and say something. A couple of years ago, Texans were in a position to get a guy that you were a big fan of. Had opportunity to get him, overlooked him. Do you feel equally the same about Sauce as you felt about that gentleman, or do you feel like Sauce is better?
Oh, Sauce is way better. Sauce is better.
Sauce is better. Sauce,
like
Sauce get drafted.
Yeah, Sauce is better.
Have an interview with Sauce. Come on, Sauce. It's already incorporated.
It's already it's by design.
It's already existence.
Okay. Wise man, combine. Who jumped off the charts to you? Like, what did you see that bad that stood out to you, man?
Who did bad? Because I know a lot of people like this dude, Von Tito's. Von Tito's is a sorry bastard. I don't want to see Kayvon Thibodeau on this roster. Kayvon Thibodeau at number 3 would be the worst decision the Houston Texans made since they drafted Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon 2.0?
Bro, he said he was Jadeveon 2.0. The guy said he only went to Oregon because of the uniforms, this and that. The guy is 254. The guy is 254, and he runs slower than dudes that is 275, 280 in the league. And he's supposed to be an outside linebacker in the 3-4 scheme. What? This sorry bastard is too slow. He don't got the agility. He don't look good on tape. He don't answer the interviews. He ain't got the swagger. He ain't got the name. He ain't going to be a superstar. When I'm looking at the number 3 pick, I look for superstar talent. I look at a guy that's going to change your franchise that can possibly be a Hall of Famer. He ain't that, bro. He ain't that. And if he does become that, I hope he does. I don't want to never say black man, I'm wishing bad on the black man or anything like that. Let's just get that clear or anything, because you know how people be these days. But he's a sorry bastard. I'm sorry. He cannot come to He don't deserve to come to the Texans. I don't want to see him. And I swear, if Nikki says, I know Nikki says you be watching. If you draft this card, let me tell you. Let me tell you. But other than that, the speed at the draft, bro. Like the wide receiver depth, like a guy like Christian Watson, the white boy. You know how I feel about my wide receivers.
Yes.
Second round. Hey, you might consider that white boy. That boy is smooth. That boy run a. Since when have you seen a white boy run a 4.3 at receiver? Exactly.
White
Exactly.
man can't jump.
What?
I ain't seen nothing like that since that dude a couple of years back was dusting everybody on the track. I forgot his name. He was out here in Texas. He was a white guy. He was beating everybody. He was doing a bad.
But yeah, I would definitely look at a Christian Watson. He helped his stock a lot. A guy like Devin Lloyd hurt his stock big time. So it might be some interesting names that's gonna drop, like the Marvin Leal. He performed bad at the combine and stuff like that. So if I'm the Texans, it's kind of good to be high in the second round because it's technically like a first round pick if you want to consider it that. It's three picks after the first round. So you still can get a star talent in this draft. It's so deep in this draft. It's so much talent at the receivers, at the corners. You got guys like Trent McDuffie. Like, oh my gosh, the Texans, if Nicky Scissors can get this right and hit on these picks, then of course it can be a good situation for the Houston Texans. But it's the Texans. They always go and reaching for guys that's a third round pick that should be in the third round, but we take them in the first round. We always draft on potential with this organization. And Nicky Scissors, all I want to say, this is going to be your first pick with the Texans in the first round. I'm going to give you this opportunity, brother. Please take the for sure talent, Kyle Hamilton. Or if you're going to go O-line, just go O-line. Please. Please. Kyle Hamilton, Sauce, or Evan Nils, or Iki at tackle, or even Tyler Linderbaugh. We wouldn't be mad. Please just make the right pick.
So, are you backing off your Stingley?
No, I would say Stingley too. I'm gonna say Stingley too.
Oh, okay. Because you didn't mention. I'm like, hold on. Have you back?
No, I'm gonna say Stingley too. I just know y'all hate us. I'll be talking about Stingley like this and that. But the same thing they were saying about Jamal last offseason. Oh, Jamal sat out for COVID. Oh, Jamal didn't play this. Jamal didn't do that. Jamal came made the rookie records and all of this stuff. Jamal went to the Super Bowl as a rookie.
Yeah, one offensive rookie, yeah. But
one thing too,
about what stuck out to me about this combine. Anybody out there, and I mean anybody out there, saying that Davis Mills will be a top 5 pick in this draft, you're asleep and you're smoking big dope. Stop it. Don't do that anymore.
Yes.
There's no way he will be a top 5 pick in this draft. No way.
Nope.
Boy, so they out there on their fentanyl.
Ain't no quarterbacks going top 5 in this draft. So
especially him.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that because, media and there's a lot of hypes and a lot of, big name, quote unquote, mock drafters, is people who get famous for mock drafting. Do you feel like they feel the same that some of these, like, what y'all call them, Vontitos, Kayvon Thibodeaux? See how quick they steal that one. Do you think that it's kind of a media consensus that his stock is falling, or, is it just do people looking at it like a draft hiccup?
I don't know what the media think. I don't care what the media think. I'm going based upon what I think and what my announcers say. And I've been watching this draft stuff for like 4 or 5 years, however long we've been doing the sauce. And when I look at guys on film and I spend my free time watching these guys on film, and I look at the tape and I'm looking for guys as superstars, I'm looking for the guy that stands out on the film, the guys that's making the most plays, the guy that's the leader on the team. Usually you can find that guy real fast, like a Darius Leonard or somebody like that. Like Kayvon Thibodeaux, he doesn't do it. He wasn't even the best player on his defense. It was a rookie. It was a rookie, Noah Sewell, little brother that just got drafted. I mean, yeah, Sewell, the tackle that got drafted by the Lions last year. His little brother was at Oregon as a linebacker. He's way better than Thibodeaux. So when you look at it like that, and when you look at his film, he don't got the hips. He don't got the pass rushing moves. He don't got the speed. He said he want to be Jadeveon Clowney. Like that's low expectations.
That's the worst comment he could have made.
Who compares himself to a guy that was a bust at the number 1 pick? Like, who does that? Does this guy think?
Look, I'm a Clowney fan. Don't get me wrong, and I wish he would have had a better career and all that other stuff. But yeah, if you are trying to improve your status in the eyes of NFL observers, saying that I'm Jadeveon 2.0 is not the way to go. Now, I know he said, but he didn't have this particular move, or I'm better at this, or something he said was, but still, that's not the comparison I feel like you want to make. Because yes, everybody remembers what he did, the play at South Carolina. We said 1,000 times that he was a run stopper, not a pass rusher. He never developed into, a top-notch pass rusher. But the play that everybody loved him the most for, and people couldn't see that. Well, that's the thing that made his name, right? But real quick, I have to address something that was said in the chat. And it's actually made me very sad, very disappointed, ruined my day, actually. Kenneth Cologne, I thought you had, grown and blossomed into an upstanding young gentleman. The statement you just made is an abomination, if you will. But I appreciate the super chat love. But in no way, no universe, alternate universe, existence, whatever, all the scientific things you can talk about space, whatever, will little baby ever be better than Bun B? Okay.
Little baby, what?
If Wink was here, he'd tell you to go get in the garage. And you know what you do from there. Anyway, but so my thing is this right here, right? And it's just, it's unfortunate because, that's not the name you want to use. But one more thing I do want to jump into before we get ready to wrap it up, because we have to tap it out here. I got to make it run shortly. Actually, it's two things. Okay. I want to talk about Russell Westbrook for a second. Former Rocket.
Don't ever say former Rocket.
Former. Hey, folks was rooting for him when he got here. Anyway.
Brody.
Russell Westbrick. I'm sorry. Now let me say that hurts his feelings. A couple of days ago, or it might have been yesterday, he had a little thing and he got on after the game and was talking about how it upsets him and it makes him feel bad that people call him Russell Westbrick. One, you can't in 2022 be hearing for the first time Westbrick, because this has been something that's been following you your whole career. So I think there's a few factors that plays into why Russell is now crying on television. One, getting a little bit older up in the career. Two, losing a little bit of a step. Three, and not being nowhere near as efficient. What you got?
Titans paid Harold Landry $87 million.
What? I just thought they said they was about to let him walk. Oh, guess not.
$87 million for Harold. What?
That's crazy. Lady in the other room yelling about Game of Thrones. But I think there's three things that go on with that go on with him. Like I said, I think his age. I think knowing that you're at the twilight of your career at this point, you in your home city, playing for your home team, and your local citizens, people that you would have grew up with and around in your city, are booing you. That has to feel some kind of way. That has to feel like you at home, literally at home, getting booed by what you think of your fans. Getting called, names, talking about it, my son is proud of my last name, and them calling that's unacceptable. What's unacceptable is your level of play. If you didn't want to hear these things, if you didn't want to be called these things, then maybe you need to do some self-evaluation as to why people are saying these things about you, But y'all's thoughts. Are people too harsh? Are fans too harsh on these multi-million-dollar making players, or is this something that you got to take with as part of the game? How do y'all feel about the Russell situation?
Man, it's the cost of doing business, man. You a grown ass man. Stop crying like a little girl. like, come on, man. You a grown ass man. Stop crying like a little girl, man. Sissified, like Pop saying Friday. That's what's wrong with y'all today. Sissified, like sissified. What's going on? Like you get paid millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, generational wealth, generational changing wealth. That's what you get paid to dribble a basketball and shoot a basketball. That comes with that, bro. That's what comes with that. Just like we been talking about rappers and stuff, and whoever said that about Baby and Bun B, like Wish Call said, "Oh, I got the hook up." Just slap yourself. Just slap yourself. That's what you need to do. Slap yourself. But anyway, when we sit there, we could call a rapper trash, because they get paid for that. They get paid for that. Act the same thing. We get criticized for horrible takes on here. That's the cost of doing business when we decide to put the camera on us and have a sports take. We get criticized for that. That's what happens. Nobody's absolved for that. Nobody's going. You want to sit there and cry? Come on, man. You a grown ass man. Sit down. Man, hey, how about this? Maybe if you make some of your shots, maybe you wouldn't be called Westbrook. How about that? Man, let's put that in there. How about that? Make some shots for one. Why don't you? Do that. Do that.
Somebody said Westbrick called him the correct way. He built 1,000 homes this season. Hey, what was that? Habitat for Humanity? Okay.
Brick by brick. That's what the Texans be saying. Nikki Scissors, brick by brick. We're gonna build it, huh? You gotta get Russell Westbrook in the Texans.
Man.
And Westbrook is soft. They used to call, like my boy was saying, they call Magic Johnson Tragic Johnson. So, yeah, and he in the biggest market, bro. He in LA. Like, you in LA, you play for your hometown team. How dare you play bad for your hometown team? Like, usually when we get guys in Houston that come back and play for the hometown team, like Gerald Green and guys like this, they come out here, they ball out. The fans embrace them and things of that sort. But you in LA. LA, they don't care about you. LA is so fair weather. They don't care about the teams. They be showing up to the games late and this and that. So, I mean, Westbrook, and then you got a lot of high expectations. You had Shaq, you had Kobe, you had Wilt. I mean, all these guys, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you had Magic Johnsons. I mean, you had Jerry West. I mean, it's too many high expectations with LeBron James. Too many high expectations with the Lakers. Like, when you go to a market like that, and you build a team like that, you expect them to win. And all he needs to do is actually swallow his pride, like Carmelo Anthony did, and go to the bench. And he plays better when he's on the bench. Like, he's the type of guy that he needs the ball in his hand to be successful. And LeBron James is the same player. And you can't have those two type of players on the same team on the court at the same time, because it's not going to work out.
Right.
Even with James Harden.
Right.
Yeah. So Westbrook, man, why you even watch TV? Why are you listening to the outside noise? Put your head down. You done made almost $500 million in your career. Like, come on, God, what are you really whining about? Like, you got nothing. But the one thing I would say about Westbrook, he is trash in the basketball club, but he is a phenomenal human being. When it comes to giving back in the community, he do a lot for the communities and stuff like that. And he do have a lot of businesses and dealerships and storages and stuff like that. And he try to give back to minorities and stuff like that. So I'll say that about Russell Westbrook. His fashion, questionable. His basketball, trash.
It's beyond questionable.
He ain't trash.
Is he a top 75 player?
No. Just like
okay.
Allen Iverson didn't make top 75.
What? That's what I say. All right. We're going to have to get ready to wind it down. But yes, Heidi.
Please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Heidi mentioned the things I do want to talk about. She talked about ESPN ranking the Rockets and Magic, and so. Well, what you got? What you got there for, Mr. Wiseman?
Oh, the Rockets. That's what I want to talk about. Man, the haters. They were saying, "Oh, Jalen Green was a bust." They were saying Jalen Green can't do it. Wise kept saying, "Wait until the All-Star break." That's what some of these guards. It's harder for them to come into the league. They got to go against, like, when you look at a majority of the superstars, you got to got Steph Curry, point guard, John Morant, point guard, Russell Westbrook, point guard, James Harden, point guard, shooting guard. I mean, just look at that. I can name several guys. Devin Booker, shooting guard. So you got to go against these guys every night. And majority of these guys at the top of their game right now, CJ McCollum, and and you got to guard these different guys. And he only 19. The dude is skin and bones. The dude just turned 20. Now he going into his body and he getting that experience and stuff like that. And then you got to look at Coach Silas. Coach Silas has did terrible this season. Oh, let me tell you about this guy. Coach Silas, you don't even give the guys the opportunity. I can understand us losing and having the worst record in the NBA, but for us to have the worst record in the NBA and we got Christian Wood starting, and we got guys like Eric Gordon getting 30 minutes a night, and we got guys like Deshaun Tate just jacking up threes, and Garrison Matthews taking more shots than Jalen Green. Like, what is going
Gary
on?
Bird.
Like, bro, I respect them players. They okay players, but they getting garbage time stats. They getting garbage time minutes. Like, when they play the Rockets, they don't even take the Rockets seriously, bro. They be over here laughing and this and that, lollygagging. Like when we was playing the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell looked like he was over there having a field day. It's like if he was going in and playing some middle schoolers in a YMCA or something, bro. That's embarrassing. But like I said, if I was the Rockets, it's time to move the franchise forward. Let's develop Sam Goon. Let's develop Jalen Green. Let's develop Josh Christopher. Let's look at Deshaun Nix. Like, let's look at. I know Garuba's out for the season, but yeah, we got some guys. Like, get those guys in KPJ. Let's get those younger guys in the rotation. Get them guys more experience. Get them guys more minutes. Therefore, we can know what we're going into next season. And right now, we need the Magic to keep winning so we can keep the number one pick, and at least we won't fall out of that top 5 pick range for the lottery. So I need Spitz's Magic to keep winning, doing what they gotta do. So if Houston Rockets can lock up that top 5 pick in the lottery.
Man, if you want the top pick, man, all you gotta do is ask what you want to give up for him.
Nothing. We ain't giving y'all nothing. What we gotta give you?
Looking at Christian Wood.
I mean,
y'all fumbled the bag with my boy Penny Hardaway. Y'all fumbled the bag with Tracy McGrady. Y'all fumbled the bag with the Dwight Howards, Shaquille O'Neal. Why do y'all like the Lexans of the NBA?
we ain't fumbled the okay. We ain't fumbled the bag with Penny Hardaway. Shaq left because he wanted to go to LA. He wanted to see stars and be in LA and the glitz and glamour of Los Angeles and all that. That was a sick thing, and that was the close that situation right there.
Yeah.
Dwight got poor advice, just like Deshaun Watson's getting right now, and that's the reason why Dwight left. I'll give you Tracy though. I'll give you Tracy. Well, we fumbled the bag with Tracy. We did that. Yeah, I'll give you that one. No, we actually really did. It was some things that went on behind the scenes that actually pushed Tracy out. It was bad. But
all right, so
real bad.
Called out.
Real quick, I got to shout out to Ray, aka the Pigskin Prophet. Not only did Ray call this a while back about something we just talked about, the quote that the man made himself, Ray called it a while back when he called him Clowny 2.0. So shout out to Ray, the Pigskin Prophet. I've been telling y'all I've been a follower of the Ray ever since that Broncos game. What was it, 2 years ago? And he said that we thought the Texans were going there. They were supposed to wash the Broncos. It got handled. Ever since then, we got to listen to what Ray talking about. It comes to fruition. But it's about that time, man. Like I said, got ready to wrap it up. I want to say shout out to Fox 26. Shout out to everybody in the chat on whatever platform you may be on. Shout out to Ken for the super saucy super chat love. Appreciate Ray. Shout out for the tip. Shout out to the Wild Man. Shout out to Spitz, man. Gentlemen, anything y'all want to say to the people before we slide up out of here?
Selection.
Man, shout out to everybody out there. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I ain't saying it.
Oh, man, just shout out to everybody out there tuned in, especially y'all tuned in on the Fox 26 app or on the fox26.com. We sure appreciate you. Appreciate Fox for the opportunity for the platform. And y'all know it's the original Roundtable of Houston. Off the imitate, never duplicate. Y'all make sure y'all keep your eyes and ears open.
Yes.
Selection Sunday is Sunday for March Madness I know a lot of y'all college fans gonna be interested. I like college basketball for March Madness. It made me excited. It'd be a lot of Hail Mary, Cinderella stories and stuff like that. So just to throw that out there. Free agency next week. Combine already done. A lot of news. Join the Discord.
Let's go, Duke.
Join the Patreon. Hit the like button. Hit this. Wait. Yeah, go, dude. They got baby Carroll.
Yeah.
That's a future rocket. Yeah, we can't. No Duke slanders. But yeah, or Jabari.
Duke.
No,
I mean,
Duke.
it's what's the name last season, huh?
but yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, it's Coach K last season. I'm kind of scared because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's the only team I can root for that actually bring me championships. I mean, everybody else, Texans, Magic, just Texas Tech, just heartbreak everywhere. Duke is the only one that gives me joy.
Yeah.
If y'all in the chat don't be listening to Heidi, I just said a possibility. I ain't gonna guarantee y'all nothing. Maybe we might. I know those of y'all who know what I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all know what we do. After party, after every stream, we jump in the Discord. Y'all know how we get it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're in that thing. You want to be a part of that thing, patreon.com/softsports. Man, beat us there, don't meet us there. But with that being said, man, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all, man. You could be spending your time anywhere on the planet, anywhere in the world. And the fact that you came and rock with the sauce, with the round table, the original Houston round table, brother, you better believe it. Hey, the fact that you came and rock with us, man, we appreciate y'all so much. Until next time. And I told y'all, I know some of y'all been asking for some call-in shows. I got a little thing I got to finish, a little coursework I got to finish this week. If everything gets on schedule, we'll have us a call-in show sometime this week. But with that being said, I'm trying to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. But most of all, y'all stay saucy. And we out.